And he hits it.
And with Dennis Scott in the ball game, Georgia Tech's not done yet, even if he makes this.
A 2-point difference now.
Dean Smith is telling his team to foul.
That's right.
He's telling his team to foul. He doesn't want any three-pointers.
Bucknall, his second is good. That might ice it. Tech will try to get it in the hands of either Brian Oliver or Dennis Scott. They're going to foul Carl Brown instead with 5 seconds to go. Now I would think Brown tries to make the first and miss the second. Of course, we can only coach so much over here, and those guys on the other side, including that man and that man, do it much better.
Nice job by Dean Smith right there.
Very nice.
Good work by our folks to pick up Dean Smith, telling his people to foul. He doesn't want any three-pointers.
Carl Brown 4 for 5 from the free throw line tonight.
Of course, he's got to make the first one to even set this up.
And he does.
Now, what you got to do, a lot of people, they just try to throw the ball up there on the miss. So Carl Brown's got to be real careful that when he shoots the ball, he doesn't step across the line, because the shooter can't go across the line until the ball hits the rim. Everybody else can go when he releases the ball. So the shooter has to be very disciplined in this situation.
Bobby Crimmins has told his team, if Carolina gets the rebound, to foul them. And Brown hits them both.
And the rebound pass stolen by Scott. He scores! Dennis Scott has scored for Georgia Tech. And there's mayhem at Alexander Memorial Coliseum. 1 second to go. But Dennis Scott, who's done it all night, has done it again. Unbelievable. There is 1 second. These fans have to get off the court. It's possible that a technical foul will be called on Georgia Tech. This is unbelievable.
The Tech players trying to shove Georgia Tech fans. As you see Scott from three-point land, do you believe that? Georgia Tech. Bobby Crimmins says, wait a minute, and he starts to celebrate as well, thinking the time had expired.
And what a job of crowd control by the Georgia Tech players. They actually took Brian Oliver, was down underneath, throwing people off the court. There's 1 second left in the game. I don't know who it was for North Carolina, but somebody had the presence of mind to call timeout.
The final one for North Carolina. What a tremendous basketball game here in Atlanta.
You know, you figure the game's over. Carl Brown, maybe he was trying to miss that shot, maybe not. But what a play by Dennis Scott.
The kid has 7 3-pointers tonight. They call him Great Scott here in Atlanta. Dennis will do just fine. Let's take another look.
Now Brown with the real high arc, it looked to me like he was trying to miss it. Now Madden just sort of a lazy pass trying to hit Scott Williams. What a great play.
The shot heard round the ACC on this
Now
night.
there's none of those 4 people in the screen for North Carolina that you could see who called the timeout. They thought the game was over. Everybody walking off the court. I don't know who called timeout. But whoever did, it's a great play.
Georgia Tech hasn't beaten North Carolina in the last 7 attempts. They've added a second on the clock. Now 2 ticks left.
And this is plenty of time.
Madden loads it and fires it. Fox at the buzzer. It doesn't go, and Georgia Tech has picked off North Carolina here at the Thriller Dome. And Bobby Crimmins and Dean Smith shake hands. Dennis Scott with an unbelievable shot with 2 seconds to go, and Georgia Tech has upset number 5 North Carolina. Your final score, the Yellow Jackets 76, the Tar Heels 74.
Match the thrills that were had last night as the Jackets stunned North Carolina 76-74, a night packed with emotion.
It was amazing. The whole thing was amazing. I'm just dreamed.
Yes, it was that kind of a night, and the emotion was evident even before the opening tip. It was Tommy Hammond's last game at the Thriller Dome, and the senior, known for his stern game face, allowed himself a pregame ear-to-ear grin. He would have his jersey retired. Forever it would hang from the rafters at Tech.
This is a gift. I mean, having my number retired and things like that is just a great gift. I'll come back when I'm an old man with a beard and gray hair. I'll still see my number up there, and I'll still remember that this game and how I went out in style.
It was a first-year jacket who set the stage for Hammonds to end his 4-year stay in style. Carl Brown, the junior college transfer, went to the line with Tech down by 3, 5 seconds left. He would hit both free throws, putting Tech down by 1.
Hits them both.
And the inbound pass stolen by Scott. He scores! Dennis Scott has scored for Georgia Tech.
At that play, I was going for the ball because I was in front of him. And so he was like a step ahead of him. I was in front. Reached out and hit the ball in his hand. It was a clean steal. At first, I wasn't sure, but then as the flight of the ball went close to the basket, I knew it was going in.
Dennis made a great steal, clean steal, absolutely clean steal. Got the ball and made an incredible shot. And it's wild. It's absolutely, totally wild.
Tech had the game, and the students had the court, and they had Tommy Hammonds on their shoulders. And this was a night they will long remember.